Denis Villeneuve is officially stepping into the world of espionage. The acclaimed director behind the Dune saga and Blade Runner 2049 has been confirmed to direct the next James Bond film for Amazon MGM Studios. The announcement comes after months of speculation and mounting excitement over who would helm the next installment in one of the most iconic film franchises in history. Amazon MGM Studios broke the news Wednesday, revealing that Villeneuve will lead the project under the production guidance of Amy Pascal and David Heyman. Tanya Lapointe, a longtime collaborator of Villeneuve, is also on board as executive producer. The Bond director's chair has been a highly contested spot in recent months, especially since Amazon MGM gained creative control over the franchise in February. Names floated around included All Quiet on the Western Front's Edward Berger, Edgar Wright of Baby Driver fame, Westworld creator Jonathan Nolan, and even Paddington director Paul King. Alfonso Cuarón, a frequent creative partner of producer David Heyman, was also heavily rumored to be in consideration. But in the end, it's Villeneuve who will carry the torch into the next era of 007. This appointment marks a bold and fascinating shift for the Bond franchise. Amazon MGM's deal with longtime 007 stewards Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson resulted in a historic joint venture, putting the studio in full control of the creative direction. Since Amazon's $8.5 billion acquisition of MGM in 2022, there had yet to be a green light on a new Bond film, until now. Creative friction with the previous stewards had seemingly delayed production, but Villeneuve's arrival signals a new beginning. The last Bond film, No Time to Die, closed the chapter on Daniel Craig's unforgettable run as the British super spy. That was back in 2020, and the world has waited anxiously for news of Bond's next move. Now, not only do we have a director, but one of the most celebrated auteurs of modern cinema is stepping into the role. Villeneuve's commitment to the project is a bit of a surprise, considering his jam-packed schedule. He's currently in production on the third and final installment of his Dune trilogy for Warner Brothers and Legendary Entertainment. That film is set to premiere on December 16, 2020, and has him locked in throughout this year. Since 2017, Villeneuve has been shaping Frank Herbert's science fiction universe, first releasing Dune in 2020, then Dune Part 2 in 2024, both met with critical acclaim and box office success. His plate doesn't end there. Villeneuve is also attached to several high-profile projects in development. Those include Cleopatra, a new adaptation of Arthur C. Clarke's Rendezvous with Rama, and Nuclear War, A Scenario, a chilling nonfiction adaptation based on the work by Annie Jacobsen. Despite these commitments, he's now agreed to take on one of the most significant franchise roles in Hollywood. And if there's anyone up to the task, it's Denis Villeneuve. The French-Canadian filmmaker has repeatedly proven his ability to bring cinematic epics to life with a unique blend of artistry, vision, and emotional depth. His Dune films have raked in over $1.1 billion worldwide and earned a combined 15 Oscar nominations, winning 8. Blade Runner 2049, while underperforming commercially at $267 million globally, was critically lauded and brought home 2 Academy Awards. Villeneuve has a gift for balancing spectacle and soul, 2 things Bond will desperately need as it enters a post-Daniel Craig era. The franchise stands at a creative crossroads. Fans are demanding a reinvention, something modern, relevant, and unforgettable. Villeneuve is just the kind of filmmaker who can make Bond not only thrilling again, but meaningful. In an official statement, Villeneuve shared his personal connection to the franchise. Some of my earliest movie-going memories are connected to 007. I grew up watching James Bond films with my father, ever since Dr. No with Sean Connery. I'm a die-hard Bond fan. To me, he's sacred territory. I intend to honor the tradition and open the path for many new missions to come. This is a massive responsibility, but also incredibly exciting for me and a huge honor. Amy, David, and I are absolutely thrilled to bring him back to the screen. Thank you to Amazon MGM Studios for their trust. Mike Hopkins, head of Prime Video and Amazon MGM Studios, echoed that enthusiasm, saying, "We are honored that Denis has agreed to direct James Bond's next chapter. He is a cinematic master whose filmography speaks for itself. From Blade Runner 2049 to Arrival to the Dune films, he has delivered compelling worlds, dynamic visuals, complex characters, and, most importantly, the immersive storytelling that global audiences yearn to experience in theaters. James Bond is in the hands of one of today's greatest filmmakers, and we cannot wait to get started on 007's next adventure.